You've missed house payments. And I know that the phone keeps ringing. And the letters, they pile up. And half the time, you don't even open them because you already know what's inside. And then the bank finally says the words you've been waiting for. They'll say, don't worry, we have options. We'll work with you. And that's the moment most families let their guard down because you want to believe it. But I'll tell you the truth. What the bank calls help is usually the reason you can lose your home even faster. By the time we're done, you'll know the 6 options that banks push once you're behind on your mortgage and how they actually backfire and the steps you can take right now so you don't get trapped. The first thing they'll most likely offer is a repayment plan. And you'll be thinking to yourself, okay, if I pay a little extra each month, I'll catch up and get back on track. Sounds fair, but if the old payments already had stretched, how do you handle a bigger one? That's like putting more weight on a sinking ship, doesn't it? I've seen families in your exact situation take these plans out of hope, wanting to show good faith, and then one unexpected car repair or one doctor bill, and they miss again. Because the second you default on the repayment plan, the bank doesn't slow down at that point. They move even faster, saying, you see, even when we helped, you couldn't do it. It feels like help at first, but it's really more like a setup for a failure. And if you hesitate on that one, they'll offer something that sounds comforting. They'll say forbearance, which sounds like they will pause your payments for a few months. It allows you to take a breather and time to catch up. And then you think to yourself, finally, some relief. But did you know that forbearance isn't forgiveness? It's a pause button. And when the pause period ends, all of those missed payments come due all at once. Imagine being 3 months behind and then suddenly owing 4 months worth in all one shot. That's the knockout punch for most families that I have spoken to. They thought that they were safe, but the pause just made the fall even steeper. And if you're still holding on, the bank will talk to you about a loan modification. They'll tell you that they'll lower your payment. They'll make the loan affordable again for you. It really sounds like a lifeline. But here's how it really works. You send them stacks of papers. They ask for the same goddamn thing 3 times even more. And you wait months. And then while you're waiting, the late fees and interest, they keep piling up. And what they don't tell you up front is that most of those applications, they're being denied. And the ones that get approved usually stretch your loan out for decades and tack everything you owe onto the back of the loan. So yes, your monthly number might drop, but the total cost of the loan balloons. It feels like a rope pulling you out, but really, it's a leash keeping you tied down longer. And if that doesn't work, the next idea sounds like a clean reset. They will offer you a loan refinance. They'll say, start fresh with a new loan. Here's the thing though, on paper, that sounds totally perfect. But once you're behind, your credit is already damaged. And most lenders won't even touch it. And if you do qualify, they will roll the arrears and fees into a bigger loan that you will have to qualify for. And suddenly you owe more than you owed before. And that's not a reset. That's a heavier anchor and a trap. And if you push back on that, the bank goes for offering reinstatement. They'll say, just pay everything you owe in one lump sum and we'll call it even. It sounds simple, right? But it's not just the missed payments that you have to catch up with. We're talking about its late fees, attorney fees, court costs. By the time you see the reinstatement quote, the number is staggering. And most families don't have that kind of money lying around. And while you scramble to figure it out, the foreclosure process doesn't pause during this time. It's not a way out. It's a wall they know you can't climb. And when all else fails, they make it sound like mercy. They offer you a deed in lieu of foreclosure. Just sign the house back to us and give us the keys, no foreclosure, and you'll walk away clean. There's nothing clean about it. Your credit still gets crushed almost the same as foreclosure. They can still come after you for the difference if the house sells short. And if you had equity, you just handed it all to them. It's neat and tidy for them. And for you, it's It's a total financial wipeout. And listen, if you're even thinking about this option, stop. I did an entire video called Why You Should Never, Ever Do a Deed in Lieu of Foreclosure. Go watch that if this has ever crossed your mind. You'll see just how ugly it really is. Do you see the pattern now? Every option sounds like it's built to help you, but every one of them protects the bank first. That's why families don't just lose their house. They lose the money they could have walked away with, time, equity, control, all of it is gone because they trusted the wrong solution. So here's what to do instead. Step 1, request a payoff letter. Get the real number in writing, not guesses, not vague calls, the actual payoff. Step 2 is know your timeline. Don't assume that you've got months. Because once legal action starts, the clock is running whether you answer the phone or not. And step 3, decide your lane. If keeping the house is truly realistic with your income, commit to it. But if it's not, selling now is how you protect the equity you still have instead of letting it vanish. And the real trap isn't the missed payments. It's actually believing that the bank's help is built to serve you. It's not. And if you're anywhere near 90 days late, don't wait for the list pendants to be served. Click the next video on your screen. I'll show you exactly what that notice from the court really means, what it triggers, and why ignoring it is how most families lose their home. I don't want that to be you. See you there.